not to say that the perfect game was more impressive than the no-hitter in the postseason or vice versa, but there were some interesting nuances between the two. And Al, let's start by talking about first pitch strikes. His first pitch strike ratio in the perfect game at the end of May, only 14 of 27. I say only because that's not a Hallady-like number, whereas in the no-hitter, 25 of 28, all but 3 batters got strike one.
Well, you're right, Matt, and this not being as impressive, but boy, you can't stop looking at that first pitch strikes. 25 of the 28 batters, as you say. This is something you teach little leaguers. What do you try to do as a pitcher is strike one and get ahead. And Roy Halladay, certainly in recent times, is as good as anybody. This right here is all 25 of his first pitch strikes to the 28 batters that he faced. Now, if you notice through this rip here, he's really not on center of the plate. He throws all of his pitches on the corners, using his curveball, his changeup, his cutter. The whole scissor effect of him going in and out on both the left-hander and right-hander makes him not only impressive to watch or try these hitters to try to hit, very difficult to square up. And I think what illustrates the most important part of this is that he had maintained the strike zone off of the center. If you look here, most of his strikes were on the outer part of the plate to the right-hander or in on the left-hander. You see the amount of contacts that were put in play or fouled off, and then the swing and misses. Very impressive for a guy who throws a lot of strikes. 250 innings this year, 30 walks. His whip was right at 1. So much fun to watch.
Beyond just strike one, quality strikes, what Roy Halladay offers for more often than not. Let's talk about on the occasion when he doesn't get strike one, and that'll happen now and again. Is there a part of the count that becomes more important at that point?
No question. After what you talk about it as a strike one, you look at right here, the 1-1 count to me is very important for reasons why, because the average difference, batting average difference for a 1-2 count to 2-1 is dramatic. Look at that. Of 11 of them, the 1-1 count, 10 of them were strikes and only 1 ball. It's a critical pitch for any pitcher. And what Roy Halladay is able to do, we'll take a look at a Joey Votto at bat. He throws a cutter on the inside part of the plate, strike down the middle. Now here's the critical 1-1 pitch. So what happens in Major League Baseball? After 2-1 count, in 2010, the Major League Baseball average 331. After 1-2, wow, 163. That is the reason why, Matt, that this is such an important pitch. Throws a curveball. Now he's into the count, the 1-2 count, a big slow breaking ball at 78. Then he throws a little sinker down the way. Joey Votto, great hitter, emergency swing, and he get a little ground ball to third base. Very important for any pitcher, but Roy Halladay does it as good as anybody.
Let's move away from the counts now and talk about how he went about getting people out. The pitch distribution in both the perfect game and the no-hitter. 66% hard stuff, fastballs and cutters in the perfect game. Fewer pitches in the no-hitter, but a real similar distribution. More of it was fastballs and cutters than soft stuff. Let's talk about the no-hitter and expand on it now. Early in the game, Al, fastballs and cutters, 73%. More soft stuff later on in the no-hitter.
This is typical, Matt, of any pitcher. You try to establish your fastball in the game. Halladay throws a lot of strikes. You want to see mostly fastball, in his case, fastball cutter. 18% more of his pitches in the no-hitter from the 6th inning through the 9th were off-speed, more off-speed pitches. His off-speed pitches being the changeup and his curveball. This is the 5th inning against Scott Rowland. Ends up throwing hard stuff. He threw 1 curveball. His fastball was right at 92, 93 miles an hour, setting up that fastball away. Now in the 9th inning, Miguel Cairo starts him off with a slow curveball. Hard fastball in, comes inside with a cutter, ends up throwing a changeup, floats it down and away, and then a slider gets in on his hands at 78 miles an hour. The increased percentage of his off-speed pitches from the 6th inning on really made it even that much more difficult for these Reds hitters to square him up.
This guy's got a chance to be pretty good.
He'll be pretty good.
Roy Halladay, Game 1 Saturday against the Giants in Philadelphia. We'll all be watching. And from the Phillies Game 1 starter against the Giants to the Yankees Game 4 starter against the Rangers, when we return, our experts discuss the enigmatic A.J. Burnett next.